in our vision, our family comes first. So the types of policies that I've got in it, anything from our grazing and watering management policy, land development, machinery policies, cattle nutrition, drought policy. So it's fairly wide and varied what's in there. Biosecurity, flood policies, chemical use, and one of the major ones for us really is fall off the perch policy. So again, if something happens to us, it's got a list there for our girl to go to and say, this is all I have to do for the first 3 days. I've done this, now I can cry. And then, yeah, can keep going. It's just a document that changes continually, Cal. It puts down in writing a lot of the basic things from our business structure down to our bank accounts, not the actual passwords, but the numbers, anything from electricity account numbers, insurance numbers, instructions for our kids if anything happens to either of us, what's their get out of jail plan to get through the first 5 days and then get through the next 3 months. So they can, continue on without us. It has our lick recipes in it, our weaning program, vaccination programs. So if we want to go away for a couple of months, then we can give it to the guy who's our next down the line and he can just keep going and not bug us. Our bank loves it. I've used it a lot of times to argue our margin down. Our margin is the lowest it can go. They won't go any lower simply because of that business plan. And I've been able to preempt that and argue with them and say, we give you everything that you need before you need it. We've got this business plan here. Things can keep running without us. How about you put our margin down? And they do. Mm-hmm. The other awesome thing, we've got an opportunity coming up simply because of that business plan that we've been able to show this organisation how we think, how we deal, how we function, and especially environmental concerns, as that's one of the big things for them. They do deal with a number of agricultural operations, and we're one of the few that they've ever seen that has a business plan, so it's there on tap for when they want to give us more opportunities too. Once a year we go back and review it, so we look at goals, visions, we look at that, and then whenever we change anything, so if I change lick recipes, if I changed insurance details, if we buy another investment, if I change structure in our accounting, then I go in and change it and then forward it through to whoever I think needs it. Our accountant, our bank, we have a lot of mining leases over us. I've sent mining companies parts of it to prove to them that you need to follow certain protocols of ours, and I update it with them, so they get parts as well. Our OHS, work health safety, parts of that. Depending employees get parts of that as well. So it really, certain parts can go to certain people, and it's got a lot of information that different people need. We were really lucky with our board, so I think we started in 2011. And we just all wrote policies up that suited that business, and then we've adjusted them. Mm-hmm. So I probably didn't write each of them in its entirety. There's some that other people did, and I just changed the format to what we needed and wanted, and then I've added others in. But we've been playing with it for nearly 8-9 years, and we will keep using it. It makes life easier. We've protected our kids doing this. I can sort things out if I need to. And the same for him. He can look up policies and things without me. Doesn't need me to try and get into a computer to find something. He can just go and do it. So I've used the report function on Word, and it makes life much easier to change it. Yep. It reorders page numbers, redoes contents. So I don't need to redo the whole thing every time that we change it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not flash. I think it's one of our daughter's old folders from school, and I've just got it in, or the printed version's just in flip charts. I also keep a printed out copy, as Brian works more on paper, so he can, if he needs it, he can go straight and grab it out. Experiment. Try using some of it. If you're not going to use it, then it won't be useful and it won't be something that you'll do.
Mm-hmm.
How much worth is it for you know that your family is fine if something happens to you, that they can just get through that first 5 days and survive? Most of us are running fairly, mightn't be high cash flow businesses, but very high asset businesses. And so it's a way to protect your family if something happens to you.